Hello everybody again. So I haven't been here for like the whole Christmas and for the rest of that year, and that's because I've been ill. So this video is old because I did record this back Christmas in 2013. Happy New Year, everybody! And yeah, I was trying to add in the voice narration, but because I was really ill, that I just couldn't, and especially my voice was really ill, and I was really weak and very tired almost all year, no, for the rest of that year. And then I did make the a Happy New Year video, but I did when I got well again, I then did lose connection to the internet, well, to YouTube. I couldn't log in, so I couldn't upload it, and now it's a bit late by, I don't know, like 3 days, but it's a bit late, so I decided not to post the video anymore. Plus I would need still partnership because yeah, because I did because I found RPM, which I tried to join, so I'm going to see if I'm going to join RPM or not. So another reason why I can't post the video right now is because they want no copyright stuff, like because because the music is from Monster Cat, and the Monster Cat says yes, I allow people to add my music to videos, especially gaming. But you know how YouTube is now acting out, so they're like, nope, it's still not yours. So yeah, they're giving me then the copyright thingy. It says this is copyrighted, and is it third party, I mean, and so then RPM doesn't want any of that, so yeah, I can't post the video anymore. So I'm going to try to do this next year as well. So I'm finally well, yay! So yeah, what was the next topic I was going to talk about? Oh yes, the commentary. So I want to talk to you about that video, because if I can't post, then I'm going to talk to you, especially the last bit that was the most important for me. So what was the video about is trying to gather like the popular videos and make it into one video, like saying how good 2013 was and what fun we had with videos and stuff. And then in the last bit I went in talking about how 2013 has came to me, about like how 2013 how me and 2013 gone on, and then how my New Year's resolution thingy, I forgot how it's called, but I swear it's New Year's and then something what's gonna be. And the thing is to practice my commentary, because I am literally terrible at commentary. Not really that terrible, but at the start of the year, I was literally terrible at commentary, and I did slowly get better, but I do feel I really need to get better at commentary, which is true. So now, what I'm basically doing is when I play Team Fortress 2, I go on my favourite server, and then I go into third person mode, and then I go talking as a commentator, try to talk like a commentator, and then yeah, basically just talk like a commentator, and which I feel that it helps me be better at commentating. Now the big thing what I find problem with about being a terrible commentator is running stuff to talk about. So when I'm out somewhere, I get an idea about what to talk about. So and then I practice out in my mind, and then it feels long, but then I get to talking about it, then it's shorter than I thought. So that's my big problem about commentating. I run out of stuff to talk about in one video. So yeah. And hi Johnny. Hello. I forgot about you. Sorry Johnny. Sorry. Yeah, it's okay. yeah, I feel I should speed this up. Now, the thing is about speeding up using Camtasia Studio is that when you can speed it up into some progress of time, it lags. So like 150%, it just basically lags, like as hell. Basically 1 FPS or 10, and then when it's 125, it's okay. So the FPS could have been very good, but then when I speed it up, it's very terrible. And yeah. So I can't speed up really fast the mining bits, and I don't really want to make the mining bits on the camera because because in Terraria at start you mine for a very, very long time, and I don't really think talking and mining isn't a very good idea to have for the first 5 episodes or something. So most of the stuff. So I'm gonna do some off recording the rest of the mining, and I'm gonna do the most of the Terraria. This series is going to be on camera, but like the mining bits for now is gonna be a bit off like off camera. And this now reminds me of what this topic. So now because it's the end of Christmas, and the Christmas season in Terraria ends at the 31st of December, I'm going to. So let's say the last time I uploaded, I'm going to go back to that day, and then I'm going to each day is going to be the new day, and I'm going to try to make a video, and then so record a video, and then post it. So it might be not always on like every day, but I will play and I record a Terraria video every day. And then when I have free time, even more free time, I'll add a commentary and then upload it. So, for example, I could record at the 20th of December, pretended 20th of December, and then post it at the 31st of December, while I'm recording another video of Terraria on the 21st of December. Because I don't know if I always have time to record a gameplay and then add the video, because sometimes I might add the narration like I'm doing now, and sometimes I might just go do speaking while I'm doing the video, because also at Christmas it was a lot of busy work, so that's why I'm doing narration now, because there was lots of busy work. And yeah, so now that I found these boots, Hermes boots. Now what do? They make you really fast. So if you have like flat land, you start running, you start off normal, but a second later or a few seconds later, you'll be really fast, like sprinting really fast. And then when you hit something, it will reset back, and you'll be running fast again if you start running in the flat land. It doesn't have to be on flat land, but it's Hermes boots is the easiest to notice on flat land. And this is the bit where I have run out of stuff to talk about, which I have nothing to have in my mind. Johnny, do you have anything? Nope. Although I felt pretty lucky with this puppy when I found this, because I had 999 presents opening in a different video when I was showing off the Christmas update. Not even a single puppy. And then video later, I'll show you the puppy, because 10 presents later I got the puppy. So I said it's really, 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 really rare. And then here, I opened up a few presents, and then I got the puppy. Which I feel really lucky in this character. Now, Starbound. Starbound is okay, I like Starbound. Probably everyone is going to say Starbound's better. because all of my friends say Starbound's better, and I know that a lot of people say Starbound's better. But so far, I prefer Terraria. And I'm not saying because Terraria is fully out and Starbound is still early beta. No, I'm looking at so far the features. I am not saying that Terraria is way better than Starbound. I'm just saying that I prefer Terraria to Starbound. And the reason is, and this is the reason, probably one of the stupidest, I don't really know what's the reason. You can't judge a game by its graphics, that's for sure. Because, for example, Minecraft, it started off with graphics compared to now terrible. So graphics then compared to now were terrible. But you know, people bought the game, made it popular, and then eventually Minecraft got better graphics. So you can't really judge a game by its graphics. So I can't say that Starbound. I prefer the Terraria graphics, but I can't judge but that's no reason why. Now the reason why is I need to think about what was the reason, because it's like basic instinct. There's some reason in my head saying yes, I prefer Terraria to Starbound, but then when I have to think about it to say the instinct reason, I have no idea what it is. It's probably out of my tongue now. It's on my tongue. I just can't say it. What is the reason again? Yes, one of the reasons is the music. I literally don't like the Starbound's music. No. That music is not for me. Everyone says they like the music, except me. Yeah, but that's not the main reason. There are a few reasons why. And then the next reason is probably because how the first boss is leveled out. Because the first boss is the big massive flying spaceship that shoots lasers and charges at you, can a small little space and has different stages. But the more stage you progress, it gets harder. But that's the thing. When it gets harder, it can deploy at least penguins with guns, and then penguins with tanks, and then small penguin spaceships. And then you have like iron armor or some better armor than iron armor, and like a good bow and a good sword. And that is really hard. While in Terraria, the first boss is Cthulhu, which is leveled up. It has just two basic stages. One, the peaceful stage, where you just like peacefully charges at you, spawns little eyes, which just also like charge at you slowly. But he doesn't mind. He doesn't really notice you. He just doesn't care. Like he's like dancing. He's trying to do ballet with you, and you're trying to run away by shooting like arrows at him, like just the arrows, which goes through. And then he goes to the second stage, where he just basically charges at you and tries to eat you. Well, so in my opinion, the boss system is more leveled up. And I know, and the other thing, so far why I rather Terraria is that I get to keep my character when there's an update. Because I know that the reset of characters and worlds is going to be only temporarily, but as long as that's happening, I rather Terraria. And like the last reason, this is my actual opinion. Most people won't probably agree with this, but I'd rather stay on one main world and have like a one big main world. Where in Starbound, your first task is to explore different worlds, make small bases around worlds, and go exploring before you set a main world. I just rather have one set world where I make a base and ta-da. So yeah, in Terraria you have one main world. So I know that one thing better in like the whole point of the game in Starbound, the whole point of the game is better than in Terraria. Like the system, like you go exploring into space. In the Terraria-ish style, you go exploring space. And I know that makes it better than Terraria. But then those reasons that I said, the music, the character reset and world reset system whenever there's a game update. And yeah, these are the reasons. This might not go forever. When Starbound might go into like late beta or fully released, I might rather Starbound than Terraria. So who knows? Now I wonder if I missed out anything while I've been watching, because I haven't really literally watching the screen, because the screen is small. And I'm moving my hand when I was talking about. I was doing the gestures and I was moving my hand around. So I don't know if I missed anything, but yes. But now I realise this is the thing. So in dungeons, so like on the ground, there are like these small. What are they called again? Libraries, what they call in Minecraft, or dungeons. This ain't exactly a dungeon, but it's like a small library, mineshaft, which has like loot in them, and like maybe has candles. But you will probably die because they are surrounded by traps. And they can be found anywhere in the world. But there's one thing. Okay, if Terraria is supposed to be updated, then this is my biggest wanted update. Okay, so that was just the man just knocked on the door, so I had to pause this. Anyway, so my favorite feature, the most wanted feature they should add to Terraria is some kind of dimensional portal, like to the moon, because I don't really mind if there's not like spaceships and going to space, like in Starbound, because then there'll be a bit copy of Starbound. But there's one thing they could add dimensions and of portals. Like you have this hole where you like add into certain liquids and then throw in stuff, and then it turns into like this mythical blue, purpley, glowing thing that when you go into, you lope to the moon, where there's like these moony mobs and ores, and there's like a moon hell. And then more bosses, where you go from the Aztec, which is like now the end game, the Aztec stage, because now the jungle in hard mode. After you defeat Plantera, you go into Aztec stuff before you go into like the Pumpkin Moon and the Frost Moon. But those are like little extras because of the Halloween and Christmas season. I wonder if they're gonna add a Valentine's season. Where like for this one day, when you come set onto the Valentine's Day, the mobs turn into hearts with like chocolates, and they drop chocolates, and like there are like rose flowers, and then there's like an NPC that spawns in, which for one day, that sells you different stuff, and you have to summon her once you get a rose, and you make her a room. Maybe she stays forever, and then she like sells you different stuff for the future, for the moon update if it's gonna come out. It's gonna be pretty cool. I like it. I like a moon update. And then the Easter season, they should also add this Easter season, which would be like a these mobs go into bunnies, and new bunny mobs come. So like the bunnies turn into monster bunnies, where they try to kill you, and then they drop chocolates, and then there's good bunnies. Oh no, so the good bunnies are like these bunnies that that go into your house or spread like Easter eggs when you mine them. So like they place Easter eggs. You don't actually see them place Easter eggs, but pretended. And there's like the corrupt bunnies turn into evil bunnies that try to kill you. Look, so the bunnies turn into Easter bunnies, and corrupt bunnies turn into evil looking bunnies, which are basically already evil looking bunnies. And then you find like these eggs that you mine around the world, and in mines, instead of being dropped eggs. And you get like cool stuff like chocolate and Easter related stuff. And then there's like a Easter moon where Easter bunnies come at you, and Easter okay, let's think of Easter then. So like evil Easter giant bunnies that jump around and try to stump you to death, and like mutate and like living chocolate eggs that come to life and shoot chocolate arrows or chocolate magic fireballs that burn you with chocolate. And like these bunny helicopters, like they did with the first movie of helicopters. That was fun. And yeah, I don't know much Easter. And then the summer season, where for the summer season, yeah, they should expand that there are like islands around this world. So it's a big massive world, and have a style from Starbound where the world is round. So you have like this. So you're in a mainland, and then there's the sea where like the different islands you gotta explore with, like, I don't know, a plane or a boat. You gotta make a ship where you then put in a certain block which counts all these blocks and then turns them into one ship. And when you move around, you travel. And this world is very big, massive world. And then eventually you go back to your house. So let's say you build a house at a spawn point, and then you keep on going right, and eventually come back to the house from the left side. Like that happens in Starbound. They should do that in summer. And there's like this, you gotta investigate. You got like these quests every season. But the summer season, you gotta go explore from the pirate. You gotta go exploring. Now, make a ship and go explore these different islands for like pirate related stuff. And there's like these ships with pirates that try to kill you with cannons. And yeah, that would be pretty fun. And then looking at the Halloween season, what they could update. I have no idea what they could update for the Halloween season. Okay, so I'm not talking about Halloween now. So these are my ideas for Terraria for the future. So hopefully they'll be added to the future of Terraria. Now, if they are, then that'll be really cool. Really cool. And then this NPC that I'll design would be thinking about NPC now. There's this cyborg. Oh, an astronaut, which goes for the moon. So instead of the moon update, a solar system update where you gotta make these different dimensions on different planets. So so once you've done the Azteca thing, and then you maybe do the frost moon and a pumpkin moon, you complete them. Or maybe no, because they're like extras. So yeah, you do the Aztec thing. And then maybe you do like the 1.3 stuff, because the 1.3 is still coming out, or they're making 1.3. as I read, which then like a astronaut falls in from a rocket, and then there's a big bang. You gotta look for the astronaut, and once you free him, he'll spawn in an available house, and he'll give you a quest to gather all these stuff so you can make a portal or a rocket, which you go into the moon and you mine stuff there, and you go and you do like the Terraria life, but on the moon, and you fight the bosses, and then once you get this one ultimate thing you're trying to get, you go back down to Earth and you go to the astronaut, which you give him the stuff, and then he finally shows you how to make a portal to go to Mars, and then for the rest of the planets to Pluto. Let's pretend Pluto is a planet in Terraria. Well, maybe not, because then now Pluto actually is called non-planet planet. Nah, it's not a planet anymore, sadly. So you then go. So once you've done all the planets going back, so from Mars to Jupiter, Neptune, and Uranus. I think Uranus is the last planet, and then you go to Mercury, and then to Venus, and then that's the end of Terraria, and waiting for the next update. If that comes out, then Terraria will be that will be epic. This would probably take like a whole year to program this. I don't know. I don't know in programming. I don't know programs. I know but I know some of the basic stuff, because I did try to make a Minecraft mod, but then I did fail and I gave up. So, and this would be pretty big. So 1.2 was big, and that taken half a year, and so the solar system update would probably take a year or two, maybe. So like there'll be, instead of waiting for the whole update, there'll be like updates. So for example, there's the moon update, and then they program the Mars, which sometime later you get to go to Mars. Sometime later they do another planet. Instead of waiting for the whole, until they program the whole thing, they could like split into parts and then post it in parts. So like Wizard 101, they're planning like they have made this update, but they split into 2 parts. So like there's one world, which so far it's half of the world, and then now they're doing the other half of the world, like they did for some of the Grizzleheim. So Grizzleheim is also like a side quest world, where first we had this one half for a very long time, which has a very odd ending, and then they finally added a second half, which I still haven't done. Although I'm probably almost 3/4 away from doing it. No, like 1/4 away from doing it. So that would be pretty cool if they added that to Terraria. Forget spaceships, because then because Terraria and Starbound will be just basically the same with different graphics and music, and maybe different bosses and style weaponry. But instead, add the solar system update. So like, imagine this Terraria world is Earth. Because at Starbound you just get a random world, and then because Earth I think has been destroyed. So like, Starbound can be the future of Terraria. So, because I don't want Terraria to go into like your whole game, and then you finish the game, and then like they make you to buy Starbound from a different creator, so you could like continue the storyline. But it could be pretended like set. So like the background, like the main story could be set in the past of Starbound. But it's probably best not to just finish the whole game. It's best not to have an ending, because I know they did have 1.1 the ending, but then people did not like that. They did not like that. And the creator of Terraria went to the edge of space. And that was my phone, which we probably did not hear, because this microphone is a background noise. But yeah, if you did hear that, or like at least something, then it was my fault. Anyway, so they should not like end Terraria, but set the background. So that would be pretty cool. The solar system update. So I have like Earth, and you visit these solar system planets with portals and maybe rockets, and maybe a spaceship. Maybe not. And then you could make your own like space station, because that'd be really cool. So Terraria would have some features from Starbound, like some spatial features, but not like the whole thing, the whole idea of Starbound. Because if they add space and like exploration of planets, then it would be a bit of copy of Starbound then. But it's a solar system update. It would be really cool. Now I'm thinking of the summer invasion, like a summer invasion or Easter, summer invasion. Like these blades coming at you from space. Like your summer is turning into a spatial nightmare because there's an alien invasion. Yeah, that'd be really cool in Terraria. I would just love Terraria even more. Because Terraria is my favourite sandbox game. Because Minecraft was my favourite sandbox game in like 2012. Because I think my dad bought me, I think in 2011 or at the beginning of 2012, because for Christmas. It's a Christmas present. And then so the whole 2012 life, the only game that I played was Minecraft. Although eventually I did get bored of it, and then my friend introduced me to Terraria, because he did show me Terraria back in 2011 when the Terraria 1.1 Christmas update came out. He showed me Terraria, and I thought meh, because I'm thinking of that was 2011, because I was interested in other games, because then I had Metabolly. And then I got into Minecraft, and I still said meh to Terraria. But then in 2013, the indie sale at March, he persuaded me to buy Terraria, which was a big story, because I got £10 for my birthday from his mum, but I didn't have like PayPal yet. Because I wanted to get PayPal, so I gave him the £10. So because I also wanted a DLC quest, and he also wanted a half a minute hero, and also he persuaded me to buy half a minute hero for me as well, which then I did, and now I do regret, because half a minute hero, I know it's the whole point of the game to have half a minute to be a hero, but that is too quick. I can't save the world in half a minute, so I regret. Like, there was thankfully on sale, so he accidentally bought 3 half a minute heroes. And also bought DLC quest for me. So 1 half a minute hero for me, 1 for him, and then 1 was the extra one because he accidentally bought DLC quest for me. And then he couldn't then buy it Terraria. Thankfully, my other friend, on the last day of the sale, I persuaded him so he could buy Terraria for me, but then I'll give him half a minute hero, the extra one, and also because it was sale, so he also wanted to buy Terraria, although now he does regret, because apparently he can't mine blocks and chop wood. Apparently, so I don't know how. So, and this is the Eye of Cthulhu battle. So this is what I'm talking about. He's trying to do ballet with you. He's trying to kiss you. Like, so it's basically, he's slowly coming at you, he doesn't mind you, you're just trying to slowly kill him. Now these stars are like a very great way to fight Brain of Cthulhu, Eater of Worlds, Skeletron, and maybe Skeletron maybe, and Eater of Worlds. Because they pass through like these guys, and they do a good base damage to the level you're at the beginning where you're finding these bosses. But because these stars are only available in a Christmas update, so it's best to have like tons and tons of Jester arrows, because Jester arrows are basically these stars but in an arrowish way. So these stars, you get them for free by killing mobs from presents, while the Jester arrows, which I'm firing right now, or I was, in the video, they act the same way, except they go more straight instead of like a boomerang. Like they go straight and then they curve forward, affected by gravity. And these were at first they were very rare. They were like well, not rare, but uncommon. But not very uncommon. They were like between rare and uncommon and on the ground. But now you can just basically craft everything. 10 arrows and 1 fallen star makes 10 Jester arrows in a way. So now they're easy to find, making you Eye of Cthulhu easier. So, and when you have a boomerang, then it's also making it a bit easier. And so here's the second stage, where he's trying to eat you, charging at you. He hasn't spawned these eyeballs, so this is like the first battle system boss. It's more balanced in my opinion. So yeah. I did talk about much today, but I did get interrupted twice. A, first someone knocked on my door, and then B, someone called me. So, no, thankfully the video wouldn't notice because this microphone is a non-background noise microphone. And so I beat Eye of Cthulhu. So now the treasure is the dynamite ore with like health packs, more Jester arrows, and like tons of money. So this dynamite ore is like dropped so you can smelt and make some dynamite stuff like a bow or a sword. So when you go fighting the Eater of Worlds or Brain of Cthulhu, you can actually get it'd be easier for you. So the dynamite stuff, and then once you get more dynamite, but with also the shadow scales where you can craft the rest of the dynamite stuff like the armor, or the armor. It make it a bit easier. So, but then with the Brain of Cthulhu, instead of getting dynamite ore, you get crimson ore, and instead of shadow scales, you get blood shadows thingies, like this blood essence instead, which I think depending on what part, which depends, because the crimson armor and the dynamite armor, right, okay, I'm gonna explain that in the next video. Anyway, bye.